Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having an amazing day. We're taking a look here at Solana, seeing what's going on. And this is not an I told you so, but I did kind of tell you so, I guess, for lack of better terms. I've been mentioning for a while now, it's extremely overextended, it's due for a correction. When we pulled up this is my playout chart from yesterday, just kind of talking about the lower fib levels as potential reality, but more likely we're going to see a retest of that previous month close, because there's a previous month high basically at $45. While it wicked all the way up to almost 47, we still saw that resistance level there, and the price is pulling back now. So I'll explain what I mean by that here. If you kind of take a quick look, just briefly at previous time frames, you can see this previous situation here where the price action had very strong amount of difficulty getting past this level here, right at 45. Okay, while it wicked up to about 47, 48, it pulled back. And we're seeing the same exact thing happen right now, where the price action was overextended, leading to that key level resistance, and it makes sense that it pulled back. Congrats to our community members for taking some awesome profit here. Solana, we got a nice 21% on a 5x leverage. Short trades still open. SUI, of course, 52%. But take a look at our Premium Plus group. This is our day trades. We've got some pretty awesome trades here. We're firing on all cylinders. We're basically milking the Solana clock there. So thanks again, Solana, for the profits. Now, again, this is not a conversation here where I'm just going to talk about how the price is going to keep going down. I do think we're going to see some support here soon. But the truth is, it's due for a correction. Makes sense. We had 3 white soldiers yesterday. Today's that 4th red day. Okay. Again, things I like to talk about. So if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, love to teach people to trade. I hope you can learn something here today. If you want to learn how to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site. Link down below. I have a trading academy, amazing community, and of course my trade signals that I share with you for every trade that I take. You want to maybe jump on that sooner than later, just because we're going to have a limitation on how many new members we can have in our group or active members at any given time. We're probably going to cap it off at 200. So we're getting close to that number, just so you know. Regardless of that fact, Solana here, one day, what are we looking at here? Well, as I mentioned previously, again, we're looking at 3 white soldiers here with a strong red day to follow. Now, this may just be a doji candle like we've seen previously with the 3 white soldiers pattern we've had before. But the truth is here, the price is due for a correction and it's pulling back now. How much lower can it pull back? That's what we're going to talk about. But we want to kind of understand a few of the key factors here. Okay, so we're up over 70 on the RSI. We have been for some time. We've talked about this previously, and we did mention, I think I did mention this yesterday, where the most amount of time that this coin stays over 70 on the RSI is usually 3 or 4 days. Okay, so on average, 3 or 4 days, the price will stay high and kind of overextend itself. We've been above 70 on the RSI for roughly almost 10 days now. Okay, so the truth is it's going to correct itself, and it may actually continue a lot lower than we expect. Again, just depends on how a lot of things factor in. If Bitcoin drops to 30,000, I totally think we're going to see Solana in the low 30s range. But between now and then, let's talk about what potential we could see here. So let's take a quick look and see if Elliott Wave is giving us much of a consideration here. And if we look at this here, we are in our likely second wave of this coin. Okay. Basically, what that just means, if you look at kind of how Elliott Wave works, you're going to have 3 higher highs, right, and then 2 higher lows. Now, if this lowest point where we're at right now is the lowest point, then we'll see the price continue upwards to this 1.618 level. But for right now, it's pretty safe to presume, though, that the price action, being where it's at, is definitely in a situation where we're going to see the price action kind of bounce at a lower level. Okay? So let's do this here. Might make a little bit more sense if we kind of look at some of the bigger stuff here. So first of all, when you look at the MACD here, you can see we're starting to diverge. Okay? We've officially lost that momentum. Now, it doesn't mean that the price is going to drop like a rock. It just implies that the price is going to pull back until it doesn't. All right, so again, what that basically just means here for us is that there's some key levels we want to focus on. Okay, so when it comes to Fibonacci retracement, or just say in general support and resistance levels, we can see here that there was a pretty obvious level here where the price action had difficulty crossing, right around 33.50. So the price 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th attempt to break through that level, it finally did. Okay, so that's an area we want to kind of pay attention to. Now, is the price going to pull all the way back to that level? Not necessarily, but if we take a look at TD sequential here and we can see we were overextended leading into this next leg up, and the price continued higher from there. So that's an area we want to focus on too, somewhat of a resistance. Okay, so we combine these 2 levels here. Looks like 36.50 and 33.50 are 2 very close approximates for lower levels that the price will likely pull back to. Okay, so again, when you're trying to estimate where the price is going to pull back to, Fibonacci is a good one to utilize. You got to keep in mind this chart is kind of funky, right? So the truth is, even though we got a lot of pushing up and down here, the price action for this coin is interesting to say the least. Okay, and what I mean by that is just the price action is kind of, it's jumping around a lot, and it's kind of hard to establish specific key levels. But if we do take the most recent low to the most recent high here, we can see that these levels here, if you take a look at these lines I just drew out, are concurrent with a lot of the two lines that I effectively put on Fibonacci. Okay. In other words, 0.618, 0.786, these are two levels that we're going to probably see the price pull back towards. So if you look at that, and you can kind of see these two levels are areas that the price is going to gravitate towards. So I'm going to look for a long closer to the, what is it, right around the $37 mark, and hope it comes back to that level. Again, I say hope because we never truly know. The price could take off from here. But the truth is, with it being as overextended as it is, it would make sense that it would pull back to some lower Fibonacci levels. 0.5, 0.618 are two common areas to do so. All right, so again, we got this 38 and 36/$37 range. Those are two areas I'm guessing we're going to see the price action pull back to. So I'll post this on my playout charts, of course, in our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. But between now and then, just know that these are some areas here that are pretty obviously going to get some kind of gravitational pull towards that. Okay, so this is exactly why I set my Fibonacci retracement levels, or correction, I set my entry targets for the Solana trade here, and the specific targets for our take profit just above those key level Fibonacci. So I get the question a lot, how do you set good targets? Well, a lot of times it's just above these levels here. Okay, so never, it's I wouldn't say never, but very rarely are you going to want to use that exact number, because round numbers are consistently rejected. And if you just say you did it right there, that exact same level, you may not get filled. So you always want to use the level just above that. Just some friendly advice for future reference if you're trying to consider adding some take profit targets or even an entry target. Yep. So those are my 2 cents. What are your thoughts here? I totally am on board with the big picture, by the way, for Solana to get into the $60, $70, $80 range. I totally think that's realistic. And in fact, based on our Elliott Wave here, this leg down that we're having right now is just a natural correction before the next leg up. Okay? So you got to recognize that by no means am I saying that this coin is trash and it's going to go to the ground. It's a very good situation for it. It's doing very well, but I think we're going to see a slightly bit more of a correction here from this coin. And it would make a lot more sense for these 0.5, 0.618, and 0.786 levels to be retested before the next leg up. Because if it legs up too soon, then we don't have enough correction, then it won't have enough time to relax, right? It's kind of similar to like running a marathon. If you don't rest in between circuits or whatever, then you're probably going to be in a situation where you may not be able to do as well as you should without the natural pullback, right? In this case, we need to have that. All right, so this is a very, very good sign, honestly. Very, very good sign. So try not to be overly concerned if you are, in profit, or if you took a long at 45. Well, I'd never recommend doing that because that's a breakout trade, and that's not really the most appropriate way to trade, because we haven't confirmed bullish yet in the market. Bitcoin, while it's doing well, I still don't think we're 100% full-on bullish, and we still got to be a little bit more careful. I mean, if we're bullish, would we see this much red in the market? I don't think so. All right, so again, just some things to think about. I hope this made sense and I described this correctly. Sorry, I kind of ranted and raved a little bit here. Comment below if you have thoughts otherwise. Jumping over to our our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. Oh, also too, quick congrats to our members here for a very, very profitable month of October. We took about 1,200% profit. Yeah, we took a few stop losses, but they're pretty small in comparison. Okay, so again, awesome job. Thanks again for the wonderful feedback, and keep up the good work. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.